I watched Shadowhunters last night. This is how I feel. Malec broke up. That happened. So, I feel terrible. And I want to jump off a roof. And, yeah. I almost died of depression last night. It was just a lot to handle. So today, I'm just going to be talking about last night's episode and reviewing it, like critiquing things, and yeah, that's mainly what I'm going to be doing for this video. As you can tell, I'm still very sad about it. So, let's get started. Okay, so last night's episode was episode 18 of season 2, and it was called, I have it on my phone, it was called Awake, Arise, or Be Forever Fallen. I feel you guys. So, the episode started off from where last week ended, and so we got to see what happened with Max and Jonathan, aka Sebastian, Sebastian, aka Jonathan, and saw that Max lost the fight, sadly, and Sebastian injured Max kind of hard, not gonna say fully, because what Sebastian did was shoved Max's head down on the desk, and it could have been a corner that Max's head hit, but his nose is bleeding, so I don't know, really. It could have been that. Honestly, I don't know. Sebastian has demonic blood in him, so he could have been a really strong hit or something. I don't know, but yeah. So Sebastian heard Clary talking to somebody outside Alec's office door, and so he had to hide Max's body, and then Clary came in looking for Alec and saw Sebastian there, and Sebastian acted like he was looking for Alec, which he really wasn't. So Clary did find it weird that he was there, but it happens. So they both left the office because they both got a message from Malec talking about a meeting, and then the camera pans down to where Sebastian put the Max's body, and he just put him under the desk. And so they went out to the meeting, and I don't remember. So after the scene with the meeting that Alec called, Izzy found blood on the floor in a hallway, and she traced it back to Max, which he was just laying down. So he managed to go somewhere and was awake for a little bit. So they got somebody for Max to help him, and they went to the infirmary, and everybody else came in, including Sebastian, and it's like Sebastian was acting like he really cared, even though he was the one that did it. So that happened, and then there was a lot of stuff going on. Because then we switch off from them at the Institute to Magnus and Luke in the Seelie court with talking to the Seelie Queen about the reuniting of the downworld, and she was talking about how the Seelie Queen was talking about how they would have to detach themselves from the Shadowhunters and like go against the Accords and what the Clave says about anything, so they can hunt Valentine on their own. And so they was okay. Luke and Magnus were okay with it until she said going against the Accords. And so they didn't like that. Well, mainly Magnus didn't like that. Luke just kind of walked away from it all. It's like, fuck this, I'm not thinking about that right now. And so the Seelie Queen gave Magnus this flower and said, once the petals on this flower turn black, your time is up to make a decision. But she didn't say that end part. And so they left, and it was very difficult to watch as a Malec shipper, because there's 3 flashbacks to different moments, and it was good, but it was sad. I'm going off topic. You still have Sebastian in the Institute. Let's get that over with. We still have him in the Institute, acting like Sebastian. And so, it's like, he went to a guard, before he killed the guard, he asked where the mortal mirror is, and the guard said it, and so it's like, now he knows where the mortal mirror is, and now he has to go and get it. And so that he kills him, and then Sebastian goes off, and then sees that Jace is at the elevator that he would need to use to get down to the mirror, and asks him what's going on and what happened. And Jace told him that there was a guard and he died, I think. But yeah, it was like Jace was like, I'm going to guard it. It was like, then Sebastian was like, he came up with this devious plan, and like somehow he spoofed Alec's phone, so it made it look like Jace was getting a text from Alec saying that they lost Max, and so Jace left his post and went upstairs, and then after Jace was gone, Sebastian comes down and with 2 blades and kills all the guards and gets the mirror. And so we see Jace go to the infirmary, and he's like, I got your text, and Alex is like, what text? And it's like, damn it. And then Alex tried to send out alerts to the whole institute, but he couldn't, and that's when they knew Jonathan was there. And they did this new thing where all these guards have to hold this thing. I don't remember what it's called. They have to hold this thing in their hand for a little bit, so it could be proven that they're not Jonathan, because Jonathan can't handle that because of his demonic blood. And so Sebastian talked about it, and like Clary's like, open your hand and drop this whatever they were in his hand, but he didn't make any noises or anything. And after a little bit, Sebastian gave back the rock things to Clary, and Clary noticed that there was blood on it, and confronted him about it, and Clary stabbed Sebastian in the gut, but it didn't work, and he's like, I waited so long to do this, or some crap like that, and so Sebastian got away, but he didn't get away with the mirror, and so Clary got the mirror, and I'm skipping a lot of parts, by the way. I didn't talk about much Malec stuff. That'll come after this part, I guess. But anyway, Clary tried to nullify the mirror's powers, but the mirror disintegrated. It was like really weird, so that happened. Yeah, Max didn't die. I'm very bad at retelling things, especially a whole episode of something, so bear with me. So we got the Malec flashbacks, and the first flashback happened when Max got a phone call from Alec, and he didn't answer the call, of course, because he's still hurt by what happened. And yeah, that. Then I'm like slowly forgetting what's going on as I'm doing this, so sorry. So that happened, and then he had the rose in his hand that the Seelie Queen gave him, and so that triggered a flashback. So this is the first flashback of 3. So it was a flashback to season 1, episode 6, when Alec first slept over Magnus's house, and it's like making me realize that Alec was a dick in season 1. So Alec was a fucking dick. So he's like, Alec woke up and he's like, what time is it? I have to get back to the Institute. And it was like, once Magnus sat down on the couch, Alec got up from the couch and started to get ready to leave. And Magnus was like, stay. I conjured up a mean Belgian waffle, and it was like, no. It's like, Alec was like, don't tell anyone I slept here. I don't need anyone to know. And Magnus was like, I have a reputation to keep too. It's like, I won't tell anyone. It's like, if you actually watch the episode, once Alec gets back to the Institute, the first thing he does is tell Izzy about it. It's like, if you didn't want anyone to know, why would you tell Izzy? Like, come on. I have to use your brain. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my hair in the camera thing, and it's like really messed up. I'm sorry. But yeah, that happened. It's like, are you stupid? If you didn't want anyone to know, you wouldn't tell anyone. But anyway, so that was the end of that flashback. Flashback number 2 was when Magnus was just standing at his window looking outside. And this was a flashback back to 2-7. Where it's like, first time they had sex, and it's like so cute and stuff, and it's like really cute, and it was all, both of them was giggling and smiling. It was like, they was kissing. Magnus threw Alec on his bed. Yeah, that happened, and shit. And after like minute, I think it was, Alec, like, I mean, Magnus is like rolled off of Alec and is like sitting on the edge of the bed. And if you see my camera moving, that's because I don't have a tripod, so I'm using things and I have my feet on it. So, yeah. Anyway, it was like, what's going on and stuff. Like, and then, Magnus turned to face Alec, and he had his cat eyes. His cat eyes were there. He was like, sometimes I just lose control. And Alec is like, they're beautiful. You're beautiful. And that flashback. Third and final flashback happened when Magnus is at the Institute to help Max. I don't remember if I said that, but that happened. And Magnus and Alec were holding hands in the hallway, and I thought it was really cute. But made them flashbacks to the morning after the first flashback, the second flashback, and they was laying down, being all cute, and Alec joked about having to go back to the Institute, and that triggered a really deep, emotional conversation. Like, because Alec asked Magnus what he was afraid of, and Magnus, of course, joked and said acid watch genes. But if you Google those things are terrifying. I'm sorry. Acid watch genes are absolutely terrifying. Anyway, fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, triggered that conversation, and yeah, they held hands at the end of it, and end of that flashback, and then yeah, so yeah, at the end of the fucking episode, it's like Alec was standing at the bedside of Max, and he gave Izzy a look like, should I do this? And then Izzy's like, yes, go. I'm sorry, I get distracted easily. He's like, go. And so Alec went out into the hallway, saw Magnus, and said, thank you so much for being here and helping, stuff like that. And then Magnus turned away to walk out, and Alec said that he was sorry, he made a mistake, and he's like, Magnus, I love you. I was like, my heart, we're getting back together, it's gonna be fine, because Magnus said I love you back. But then he said, as a leader, I have to do what's right for my people. And I'm sorry, don't get me. Then he said that the one thing that's stopping me from doing what I need to do is you. And he's like, Alec was like, no. And then it's like, Magnus is like, I can't have both. And Alec was like, yes, you can. We can. He's like, I can't. And then Magnus walked away, and Alec was standing there heartbroken. I was like, yeah, that was my recap. So to review this episode was really, really good. It was a strong point for every character and all the actors. And I give this a 10 out of 10, which is rare for me, for Shadowhunters in general. There was some place, I didn't talk about that because I don't like them, but there was some place, but it wasn't the main point of the episode like every fucking episode is. And so that was a good thing. And then Malec parts were great. Everything about it showed you that when it was happy in the beginning, Alec lied. Or he didn't really lie. He did lie. Never mind. He lied. And it shows how Magnus is working through that because he told Alec something that he hasn't told anyone. So he hurt Magnus bad. And he was upset, which he has a right to be. And so them breaking up wasn't over something like that normal couples would break up for, over like cheating or something. It wasn't about that. They still love each other, but Magnus had to break up with Alec for his people. So you see both sides of Magnus' brain, seeing that he has to do what's right for his people, but he also loves Alec. So it's like really difficult for him to make that decision, but it's something that needed to be done, and it was beautifully shot, and the colors and the references and stuff, it's like really cute. So it was a difficult episode for a Malec shipper, but that's the main point of the show. So I don't see them being broken up forever, like this being a permanent thing. Hopefully by the end of the season they will have made up and everything's going to be happy for them, and hopefully nothing, I can't say that considering what happened. So that, and then yeah, I am signing off. This has been my review / synopsis / reaction video for 218 of Shadowhunters, and I am deeply saddened by this episode. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. I'm not going to say next week because since I'm doing these reactions, reviews, whatever you want to call them, videos, I am going to be uploading more often. Sue me. I love you guys. Bye. What's up, guys? It's me, Jay, and I'm coming at you. Way away.